Today on Hobby Toku Anime, or I don't know what we're going to call the new name for me, but today we're talking about Legend ZA, the original Pokemon game in the timeline. Let's begin. Hey everyone, the explosive Michael Bailey here. Man is still doing stuff for his other channel or waiting for the chaotic review, so yeah, I got this. Wait. Oh, he's also doing fantasy stuff on it, like D&D and He-Man for the TikTok and main channel. You will see that in a little bit when this video comes out. It's going to be before that. But anyhow, point is, let's talk about the origin of Pokemon, Legends Arceus. Yes, this is the oldest game in the timeline. A remake of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which I will do next time with Brilliant Diamond. But anyhow, for now, let's talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. Oh, I did that last week. We're doing the first game in the series, Legends Arceus. Let's begin. Well, to begin with, the game starts off with you playing a normal person in present day, getting transported by Arceus with a phone to become present to the past, which is about a few hundred years ago. I'm not sure when in the timeline it lands, but it's like at least 300 years ago, making Pokeballs being a new thing in the timeline. I'm not sure how they're going to do a Galar being longer in the timeline, but only time will tell. But anyhow, point as Legend, we get introduced to our Professor Kuyan, who's not related to Professor Sycamore, which is our boss character for the missions, but this game I like, but we're only going to talk about the main storyline of this game because the side content will be really easy to explain when we get to it. Okay, basically this game, like Legend ZA, you don't start with Pitlove, Chimchar, or Turtwig from Gen 4. This is Gen 4, obviously, but point is we're doing instead Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott. Would pick Oshawott because it's badass, but the man pick Rowlet because of him. He liked the new form is the best for some reason. But at any point, picked Rowlet. Basically, this game is great. This game is awesome, but the main problem with this game is like you don't catch Pokemon normally with like easy. It gets hard like Metal Gear level, which is a good improvement. Like you would use this easier than Legend ZA because it kind of is a good learning curve with this game. But if in the sequel, it's less important because it's more like you still do stealthily for like bonus points in that game. But the point is that like now let's talk about the story. You have opposite gender. You pick male or female, which we definitely pick male. Then we pick freaking our female rival being our main rival, unlike in Legend, like in Diamond Pearl, is that. But yeah, point is this takes place in Hisuian, which is basically Sinnoh, but it's still Hisuian's past. So I'm gonna say Sinnoh or Hisuian, but they're the same meaning. Next week we're gonna talk about the regular thing, but let's say Hisuian. This game is great with a few exclusive Pokemon being mostly new evolutions to Pokemon that need evolutions or new variants of Pokemon. This game is great. The only problem with this game is the learning curve, but if you play a regular Pokemon game, it's better where the combat is still the same, but you have strong and weak style, which are like strong is like harder attacks but slower damage, while weak style, rapid style increases speed and damage. Recommend using rapid style for weaker attacks or strength for better attacks. But it's like you get movement damage or differences if you do that and double PP for that. Got that? Good. Basically, this game is like a ranking system. You start at rank 0. After you beat a few of the missions, you get to rank 1, and the max rank is 10. But to get there, you have to collect the Pokedex. This is a thing that Decode Man didn't do because Decode Man doesn't play the game completionist-wise. So, yeah, this part is kind of ignorable. but the side quests are still important. This game is great. The plot is basically you start off with one area, which I'm going to call by areas. I'm not going to give you their names unless if they're needed. First area is the main area from the trailer. Yeah, this is a good area. You get your Standler evolution. Wheels, whatever it is, as like your first of the mount abilities. You do that. You get the first of the 5 bosses, being Cleaver, and the only one that the trailer gave away. Next up is the second area, which you battle the grass guardian one, who's based off freaking the lady from Pokemon, the grass lady from Black and White era, which is kind of a good evolution, different evolution for that cotton Pokemon. Kind of great, kind of good. Next up is you get Hisuian Voltorb for the third area. Then for the fourth area, you get the ice region thing. Then also for the island one, you do Arcanine, which is weird, but in this game, I feel like Arcanine would be the easiest one out of the Uber bosses that you get encountered. Easy. All the Uber bosses and legend stuff, all the Uber bosses and mount abilities are all the new Pokemon in this game. Got that? Good. Also, you have past versions of Dialga Palkia. And also, obviously, if you complete the game 100%, you get Arceus, which in freaking Legend ZA, Legend ZA, I mean Black, I mean in Diamond and Pearl, if you do beat the Arceus stuff, you get Arceus in that game as well, but that's for next time. But anyhow, but the point is, Legend Arceus is kind of good, kind of bad. I feel like it's a good change at the time. I haven't played in a while, but the point is that game is awesome. Good game, badass, and also a few Pokemon like the Cloud Trio getting a 4th member, which is kind of weird as added to the plot, but it's kind of good in this game. Like, that's like the weirdest Pokemon, new Pokemon, because it's there, just there for some reason. It feels like all the other new Pokemon are good, like Ursa and Luna, which are kind of Metal Techer, that game, but in Scarlet and Violet, which we'll talk about in a few weeks, is basically based off in the DLC. You get Ursaluna's blood form, which we'll talk about that when that happens. Hope you like the video. Link down below if you like Legends Arceus. Sorry I didn't talk about much. This is just a primer video for Legends Arceus and why Arceus is important and badass. Hope you have a good time with it. Time to explode, and see you next time I erupt. This is Michael Bailey saying bye-bye for now.